Howie Roseman never stops, my friend. While everyone is still digesting the draft, the Eagles' front office is already on the move, and this time, they brought not one, but two veteran running backs to the rookie minicamp, looking for a spot on that championship backfield. One of them arrived with over 1,100 yards in a single season, 6 touchdowns, and a future that looked too bright to fade. But then came the injuries, one after another. And today, he is trying to prove once again that there is still NFL left in that body. You are going to want to hear this story all the way through because it is about talent, resilience, and how Howie Roseman is building the deepest backfield in the NFC for 2026. But first, if you are a true Eagles fan, hit that like button right now and subscribe to the channel because the news out of Philadelphia never stops, and I never let any of it slip by. Let's get into it. Over the past few days, the Jefferson Health Training Complex welcomed a wave of freshly drafted rookies, full of dreams and adrenaline, ready to give everything at the 2026 rookie minicamp. But walking in alongside them were two names that are anything but new to the NFL. The Athletics' Zach Berman was the first to break it. The Eagles invited two veteran running backs for a tryout this weekend, and one of them was just released by his previous team earlier this week. We are talking about Elijah Mitchell, former running back for the San Francisco 49ers, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the New England Patriots. And right beside him, Khalil Herbert, who has passed through the Bears, the Bengals, the Colts, the Seahawks, and the New York Jets over the last 2 years. Two 28-year-old men, two former 6th-round picks from the 2021 NFL Draft. Both of them trying to write a new chapter in their careers, and both of them knocking on the door of the reigning Super Bowl champions. But let's talk about Elijah Mitchell first, because this story deserves your full attention. In 2021, when Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers selected Mitchell at pick 194, nobody was placing big bets on that kid out of Louisiana. But what happened in that rookie season left the entire league in disbelief. Elijah Mitchell finished the year with 963 rushing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns, 137 receiving yards, and one more score through the air. Add it all up, 1,100 yards from scrimmage and 6 touchdowns as a rookie. As a 6th-round pick, no hype, no expectations, and he delivered a season that would have put any running back on the map. It looked like the beginning of something great, didn't it? It looked like the 49ers had found yet another gem in Shanahan's system, turning an unknown ball carrier into a national phenomenon. But the NFL is a cruel business, my friend. And what came after 2021 reads like the script of a sports drama. In 2022, Mitchell suffered a torn MCL in his knee. 5 games. That was all he managed that season. In 2023, he came back, but without the same consistency. 11 games played, and across 2022 and 2023 combined, just 120 rushing attempts. Even in that limited role, Mitchell was still averaging 4.7 yards per carry, a number any NFL head coach would dream of. But the volume was not there. The coaching staff's confidence had eroded. And then came 2024. In the 2024 preseason, Mitchell suffered a hamstring injury that ended his season before it even began. Not a single rushing attempt. Not a single regular season game. An entire year lost to injury before the first kickoff. In 2025, he tried to start over. He signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, yes, the Super Bowl champions, and spent most of the year on the practice squad. He appeared in just 1 game. Then he moved on to the New England Patriots, signing a futures deal after the Super Bowl. And last week, right after the 2026 NFL Draft, the Patriots cleared roster space and released Elijah Mitchell. End of another chapter. So now comes the question every Eagles fan is asking themselves: what did Howie Roseman see in this player that made him bring him in for a tryout? The answer may be simpler than it sounds. Look at the Eagles' backfield right now. Saquon Barkley is untouchable. The man was the best running back in the NFL during Super Bowl 59, the most dominant force the league has seen in years, and Howie has already made sure he is here for the long haul. But below Saquon, what do we have? Tank Bigsby, Will Shipley, Damian Pierce, and Carson Steele. It is a group with potential, but none of them carry the production history that Mitchell showed in 2021. And that is exactly what makes this tryout interesting. Mitchell, when healthy, and that is the key word here, when healthy, is the type of running back who can disappear for 3 weeks and then explode for 120 yards on a winter Sunday. He has burst, he has vision, and he has the receiving versatility that fits perfectly into the system built by Nick Sirianni and Kellen Moore. The real question is, can this body still hold up? Look at the raw numbers. Since 2021, Mitchell has played in 17 total games. 17, across 5 seasons. That is a number that scares any general manager in the league, except Howie Roseman, who apparently believes a tryout costs very little and can pay off in a big way. And that is Roseman's philosophy, isn't it? He never closes the door. He uses the rookie minicamp exactly for this purpose, bringing in players with unrealized potential, giving a second or third chance to names the rest of the league has already forgotten, and seeing what shows up. Sometimes nothing does. Sometimes you discover the next big thing. The risk is minimal. The upside can be enormous. Now let's talk about the other name at this tryout, Khalil Herbert. Herbert is also 28 years old and was also selected in the 6th round of the 2021 draft, but by a different team, the Chicago Bears. And unlike Mitchell, Herbert was not devastated by injuries. He played consistently. With the Bears from 2021 through 2024, Herbert accumulated 1,791 rushing yards at an average of 4.8 yards per carry, along with 45 receptions, 291 receiving yards, and 11 total touchdowns. Those are solid numbers for a backup, exactly the kind of player you want in the second or third position of your backfield. In October of 2024, the Bears traded him to the Cincinnati Bengals. In the 2025 offseason, he hit the open market and signed with the Indianapolis Colts, but could not secure a roster spot. He then landed on the Seattle Seahawks practice squad before ending up with the New York Jets, where he played in 7 games and recorded 52 rushing yards on 16 carries. It was not the most glittering season in history, but Herbert showed he still knows how to do the job. Now, standing in front of the Eagles, Herbert has a different kind of opportunity. He would not be here to shine, he would be here to be the 3rd or 4th most reliable running back on a team heading straight to the playoffs in 2026. What is the pressure level? 0. What is the upside? Enormous, because playing alongside Saquon Barkley in a system this well constructed is the dream of any running back still chasing a ring. But let's be honest about what is happening here. The Eagles already have 5 running backs on the roster: Barkley, Bigsby, Shipley, Pierce, and Steele. 5 names. The path to the 53 for Mitchell and Herbert is narrow, very narrow. It would likely require standing out so clearly at minicamp that the coaching staff simply could not justify making a cut. And that is the drama unfolding this weekend at the Jefferson Health Training Complex. For Mitchell, this may genuinely be the last chance to prove he is still a viable NFL player. 5 seasons, 17 games, 6 touchdowns as a rookie, and then a string of injuries that seem to follow him like a shadow. If he does not impress here, the next phone call may take a very long time to come, or it may never come at all. For Herbert, the situation is slightly different. He has a more recent track record of time on the field, and that matters. But he also knows that in a backfield led by Saquon Barkley, you need to bring something very specific to earn a contract. What will Howie Roseman decide after this minicamp? Will he sign either of these guys, or will he thank them for their time and move forward? And more importantly, if one of them does sign, what does that mean for the players already on the roster? With 5 running backs on the roster and 2 veterans competing for a spot this weekend, how will the Eagles build out their backfield for the 2026 season? Leave your take in the comments. Who would you sign? Mitchell or Herbert? Or do you trust the group that is already there? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later with the latest Eagles news. Fly, Eagles, fly.